germs. I
You could have said
couldn't think of
ghouls.
a pun.
Like boys and ghouls, you could have
Boys
said.
and ghouls, Lady Frankensteins, and Frankengerms. Welcome to Dilettante
Right.
Ball. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Spookster.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we have been learning about the states.
We have been talking about them.
But we have a... I'm not going to do that anymore.
Okay, thank you.
We have a special...
This episode will be an hour long. We're doing this thing.
This flag is crazy. But for Halloween, we're going to do a little teaser of what I feel like we're going to do. We have to do it
At this
now.
point, we're locked in now.
What we're going to do once we're done with the states, we're going to read every Goosebumps book.
That's
because we want to.
Because you want to.
Go ahead.
So we've gone ahead and just read through the first one, and we're gonna talk about the first Goosebump book
for Halloween.
Halloween.
Because there's no. We've already done all the spooky states.
Yeah.
Speaking of spooky states, actually, that was an unintended segue.
Oh yeah.
I went to Massachusetts last weekend, which I think is the spookiest state.
Sure, it's the Salem witch trials state.
It's the Salem witch trial capital of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was great. It was great. The leaves are all changing. It was beautiful. We went to Salem, did a ghost tour there.
Okay.
Very spooky.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great. This is a crazy thing, though.
Were there more ghosts or witches?
Ghost witches.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or witch ghosts.
Ooh, don't let them hear you say that.
Two weird things.
Okay.
Not about the tour.
Oh, okay.
So first, we had a rental car.
Mm-hmm.
We got a flat tire in the rental car, which was a fucking bummer.
Yeah, what do you even do? Like call AAA or something?
Well, it had a donut in the car, so I put the donut on, and we
Nice.
drove to a tire repair shop, and he patched it, which I don't think you're supposed to do with a rental. I assume you're supposed to tell them. So we patched it, and we were like, yeah, it's a rental. And the patches are usually the plugs are usually brightly colored.
Okay.
And he smeared grease on it, and he was like, I camouflaged it for you. You guys
No.
are good.
Okay, that's pretty tight.
So he was dope. So if anyone is ever in New Bedford, Massachusetts, go to Joe's Tires.
Yeah.
They'll help you out. It was $10. It was a fucking bargain.
Yeah, it seems really good.
It took like a minute and a half.
That's awesome.
It was great. So shout out to them. Thanks for not killing me. And the second thing, we booked our hotel online like you do. We get there. Sorry. All we had was smoking rooms. First of all, why do you have any smoking rooms?
Yeah. It's also 1995.
So we're like, okay, that's crazy. No. And they're like, well, tomorrow we can put you in another one. So we were there for like 3 or 4 nights.
That works great. I mean, it's not like I'm not here today. I just happen to come early to check on my room for tomorrow. That's perfect for me.
So we get in the room. It's not that bad, actually.
So you just deal with it for one night.
Yeah. And we left like our jackets and stuff in the car so they didn't smell. But the room didn't smell like smoke. It just kind of smelled like a crappy hotel.
Sure.
Which I guess maybe is just smoke.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it smells like the kind of hotels that we frequent.
Yeah, right.
But so that wasn't the worst part. The top floor, I assume the whole top floor is smoking because everything reeked, and that way smoke doesn't rise up and stink up other rooms.
That makes sense.
But some dude or dudes or women dudes or whatever, there were a ton of people.
Someone on the dude spectrum.
Who were going hog wild on that dank nugs. It smelled like crazy of pot, and it was like seeping into our room, and I was like, "This is fucking bonkers."
The Peter Cush.
What's the deal? So I went down to the desk and I was like, "Look,
it's like wafting everywhere. Like
it's crazy. Like the whole hallway smells. The elevator smells.
Right.
You can smell it like in the
it's like a
entrance of our
fog
room.
machine.
Yeah,
just creeping underneath the doors.
So I was like, I know it's like the smoking room. It's a smoking room. It's a smoking area. That's whatever, but it like reeks of pot and it sucks. And can you just like maybe ask them to stop or something? Yeah. And she was like, well, marijuana has been decriminalized in the state of Massachusetts, so there's nothing I can do.
Wow.
So it's not illegal. It's still illegal.
Right.
But
you can do it like in a private property or something like that.
Yeah. So she's like, I can't do anything. I can't call the cops. I can't do anything. And I was like, awesome.
That's amazing. Cool night, dude.
So that's the other side of legalizing marijuana.
I'm against it now.
I'm all for it when I want to get get my sticky icky on.
Yeah, of course. We're
But when
gonna
I'm
rip
just-
roaring.
When I'm just trying to enjoy a nice refreshing Yingling, because I got some Yingling
course.
on the East Coast.
Yeah,
I don't want that dank.
that sucks. What would happen? Oh God,
You can't. You can't.
I feel like actually she's wrong anyway. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like you can't do it in a hotel. Actually, maybe I'm mistaken because what do I know? But I'm pretty sure you have to do it in your own house or something like that.
But you're like renting it. I think if you're not,
Yeah.
if the hotel's cool with it,
Well, that's the
I
thing.
think that's the thing. If the hotel is cool with it, then it's fine.
If the hotel is intentionally choosing to break the law and be cool with it, then sure, that's fine.
Well, if okay,
You just know what I'm saying? Like,
say the hotel is a private, it's like a franchise
Right.
hotel, which I believe it was. The owner could do what, it has to be on private property, but technically a hotel would be a private property, right?
right. So if the owner is cool with it, then that's all you.
So
can,
I don't.
It's like how businesses technically reserve the right to refuse service to anyone.
Sure, yeah.
It's like that, where it's like, well, no, we're just gonna dump you out, dog.
So
Whatever. I'm just mad that I didn't get some.
well, I was like, look, if you're gonna stink up the halls,
I hope you brought enough for the class.
just let me get a gram or 8. Is gram ounce? How does it?
I
Fluid ounces.
think it's fluid.
Let me get
ounces.
7 or 8 fluid ounces.
Yeah, let me get half that bong.
Drink
Yeah.
get a crazy straw for the bong water. Mm.
I thought that's what bongs already were. Crazy straws for
straws.
bong water.
Yeah, so it was nuts. But then after the next 2 or 3 nights, however long we were there, we were in a normal hotel room,
That's good.
and the room, it was so clear that they're like, fuck it, because the like wallpaper was all peeling off. Everything in the room was like shitty, and I was
God.
like, what fucking hotel are we in? And it was like a Holiday Inn Express, which isn't a fancy hotel, but it's like a fine hotel. And then the next day when we were in like the normal room, it was like a perfectly fine,
weird.
beautiful room. So
But
they
the smoking rooms were all like,
they
jacked
just
up.
don't give a fuck about the smoking rooms.
Okay, well, yeah, as they should.
It was like for real, the wallpaper was peeling off the walls. Like there were framed photos
Right.
on a shelf, so they weren't hanging. They
On
were
a
like sitting on a
shelf?
shelf, which is a thing. But it was like falling out of the frame and just like kind of propped up in it. It was like
And there was like a
terrible.
treasure map hiding behind the picture. You're like, what? I don't even want this.
There's a thing called secret wall tattoos. A bunch of dudes in like Queens of the Stone Age and affiliated bands.
Okay.
Like there's like a website. I don't know if it still exists, but they'll go to hotels, take the picture off the wall in the exact space where the picture was. They'll draw something crazy,
Sure. And
and then hang the picture back up.
That's pretty dope. I like that, actually.
So there's a whole website where you just
Submit your secret wall tattoos.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I hope that's a real website still. Like that,
it's
too.
been years since I've looked at it, but I'll
take a
look. Yeah. So anyway,
Johnny, I read a book this week.
what was it? The Good Book?
It's certainly good news. Johnny, let me welcome you to Dead House.
Oh no, podcasters beware! We're in for a scare.
I'll tell you right now, this ain't a spoof, and there are no goofs.
No, this is the real deal. Do you remember? So I like vaguely remembered this because I did have a Goosebumps birthday party in like first grade.
It's amazing.
First or second grade. It was fucking dope.
Sure.
And it was just I don't remember too much. I feel like one of the things that we did was like, ooh, make a mummy. So we like would wrap each other up in toilet paper and whatever
Yeah,
team made
right,
it
right.
first one.
Make a mummy.
And there was another one that was like a spider web relay. My mom made all these things
Of
up.
course, yeah.
And it was like we took a spool of thread.
Okay.
And one person held it, and we were in like a line of kids, and
Okay.
you had to thread it like down your shirt, and then the next person had to thread it up their shirt.
Sure.
So we made like a web.
Sure.
It was pretty cool.
That's good. That's a good mom birthday party.
And we had like sticky eyes that you would throw.
Okay.
And
So nothing Goosebumps related at all, actually.
the cake I'm sure had
The logo. It looked like a book, probably.
Well, what is Goosebumps related? Everything is different. Everything just general spookiness. But do you remember Goosebumps has a mascot?
No, I do not remember.
Curly the skeleton. He's a skeleton who wears like
Sunglasses?
He wears sunglasses and has like purple hair. He has like a purple mohawk
Okay.
and like tinted sunglasses.
I kind of remember that. And
And he wears like an ascot.
he just hangs out reading Goosebumps or something.
Yeah, but he's not in any of the books. So I looked it up and I was like, what? I just Googled like Goosebumps skeleton guy.
Like, oh, you mean Curly?
And it was basically like, well, Scholastic, the company that made it,
Sure.
was having a hard time like marketing them because it's different story every time, so there's no central anything.
Right.
So they're like, let's just make a dude. So he's not in any of the books, but he's just like a dude that they could put on marketing stuff.
I wonder how much that helped Goosebumps, because I don't remember it at all, and I still read the crap out of those books.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I had a pillow that was Curly the skeleton. So
that's awesome. Did you also
help
realize
sell pillows?
Yeah, right. Did you realize that R.L. Stein put out one Goosebumps book a month?
I found that out for like 3 years.
It's amazing.
Maybe more than that.
I don't know.
No, 5 years, because they're 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, 50 or 60 books. So yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's like it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and I reading this one.
Yeah,
just broad first impressions. We'll get into it.
Sure.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't hate it.
I mean, it's certainly obviously a kid's book.
Yeah.
But I was still like on board, and it made me want to read Fear Street because it's
to see like if
a little older, a little more.
So the
mature.
basic premise of the book, I guess we should mention.
Do you want to say it? Do you want me to read the article? I trust you.
Do you have like a?
I have the article from the
like the back of the book. It might read
from the Goosebumps wiki, which is keeping in. I guess we have a theme for this podcast, and it's wikis.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, the cover. The cover's cool. It's just like
great.
All of the covers are fantastic.
The guy that does the art for the covers is amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's like the best part of the book.
I really do agree though. Yeah.
So it's just like a spooky house. That's it. It's just an awesome looking spooky house, and then every Goosebumps has like a tagline. Did you see the tagline for this one?
I don't think I did.
It will just kill you.
Oh,
worst tagline. I
remember
of all time.
All the taglines were like kind of like
it'll just
jokey.
It'll just kill you. It'll just kill you. That's it.
Well, but it'll just kill you. Like how great these deals are. Like these deals are so great.
Author, the great,
the late great
R.L. Stein. Released.
Who looks nothing like Jack Black, I just have to say.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a bad choice of casting.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good because Jack Black should be doing kids movies, but whatever.
I kind of want to see it, even though I know it's going to be bad.
I'm not going to see it.
I'll get it on Redbox. Who does Redbox? So it's released July 1992.
Okay.
So 15 years ago,
Yeah.
almost. Well, 13 years ago.
I don't know.
13 years ago! Pages 123. Goosebumps number 1.
Collector's edition.
Welcome to Dead House was the first book in the Goosebumps series. It was followed by Stay Out of the Basement. It was released July 1992. Okay, that's terrible.
Yeah, what's the synopsis there?
The Benson family moved to... I would say moves. I feel like this was written by a British person.
Because why?
I feel like British people would use like the word family as a plural noun, but I would use it as a singular noun.
Okay, great. Look, just because we're talking about books doesn't mean we talk about English shit. All right?
The Benson family moves to Dark Falls, and they soon discover that their new home holds a dark secret, which is not
is
even...
That's the whole synopsis?
Then there's like the extended plot, which I won't get into.
To my knowledge, the home doesn't do dick.
No, the home is fine. Like,
the home's like pretty dope.
Yeah. So one thing. So I'll get out my notes because I took some.
Well, I'm just gonna actually give the real synopsis.
Sure.
This family moves into this house because the dad's like uncle died and gave it to him in the will. Which is just totally,
already crazy. That's like fucking Scooby-Doo shit.
And they really never touch on it ever again.
And to keep it, they have to stay in it overnight.
Right, yeah. So they move in. Like, they're like, screw it. It's summer. The kids are out of school. Let's move in.
Insane.
And then
the kids are like, we don't want to do this. We don't want to leave our friends 4 hours away.
But the dad's like, well, it's a free house.
Yeah.
So that's like,
I can finally stay home and write.
Yeah, right. So they moved in this house, and the protagonist of the book is like a 12-year-old girl,
which I thought was awesome.
I want to talk about that later. Yeah. And then she proceeds to see. Oh, did I see a kid in the attic? Oh, I don't know. And then later she meets all the neighborhood kids who end up being ghosts who try to kill her.
Are they ghosts?
There's some sort of.
It felt more vampire-y maybe, or zombie.
Certainly some sort of supernatural.
They
have bodies. They have bodies for sure.
They're corporeal.
Yeah.
But like harms them.
Yes, very much so. And then that's basically the gist of the book is like the neighborhood kids want to kill, not necessarily just the kids. I think it's
and Mr. Dawes, the realtor.
Yeah, but we were
spooky realtor.
And then they manage to escape and they leave.
But every kid, I assume why it's called Dead House is because they'll lure someone. They'll like give a fake uncle story, and apparently everyone's a fucking idiot, and they fall for it. So they'll lure them to the house. and then kill them. So every kid was like, I used to live in your house.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So that must be what it is.
But it's not the house. You know?
It really isn't. That's just like, it's like a red herring or something. Like, it doesn't matter.
It was really frustrating how dismissive her parents were. Like the whole time, she's like,
I get the feeling that that's going to be a common theme throughout all the books.
Parents are dumb, right, kids?
Right.
But anyway, you were gonna say, we were both gonna say.
I just think it was really cool that right from the get go, the first protagonist is a girl.
Yeah,
I was like, that's awesome.
It's crazy. I
feel like they're so ahead of his time to do that.
And she wasn't like she wasn't like a shitty.
No.
You know, not most, but a lot of times female characters in books are like just shitty.
Right. Sure. Just like written very poorly,
very like 2-dimensional.
Right.
And I
like
mean,
they've never met a girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Now that this book was super there was so much to her, but she wasn't like, I'm gonna do my nails, or like
she was just a normal kid, like just doing like normal kid stuff.
It was
like
great.
Eating
it was
breakfast
great.
and stuff.
It was very normal kid stuff. Breakfast, the drudgery of breakfast, just another day in the life of an average kid. And she had a little brother who was
kind of a brat.
He was a little bit
snothead.
Yeah.
And
a dog, Petey.
They had a dog, and there was this weird point of the book where I have to take away points from Alstein. They meet the kids for the first time, and it's something like the kids ask, "Hey, what kind of dog is that?" And so I tell them. Anyway, we go to play baseball.
Yeah, that was really weird. I remember that.
Why didn't you just tell me what dog it is? Does he need to be like a tabula rasa for me to put my own dog?
Oh, just like my dog.
Yeah, right.
So let me pull out my notes, and I took more towards the beginning than the end.
Sure, because once you get past a certain point, it's like, okay.
It was the whole thing was pretty predictable, but for a kid's book,
it got a little grisly at one point.
There's the part when she's describing her dream.
Oh, that's
and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
the dream certainly.
So girls'
go for it.
Girls' perspective, they move.
Point by point, let's go.
You don't move into a fucking house from an uncle you don't know.
Yeah, strike
idiots.
one.
I mean, geez, Louise. Oh, I thought this was really funny. They're talking about how big it is,
right?
And one of the lines that she says is, "I'll have room for a computer now."
Oh.
So first of all, computers were so, I guess, so much a luxury that you needed so much space, but also you're just assuming that your parents are going to buy you. The only thing keeping you from having a computer was the space, and not the money, because computers probably cost like $100,000 in 1992.
That's insane. Yeah, I didn't even think. Now that I know what year it took place, it's like, you had a fucking computer?
Come on. I thought this was interesting too. It specifically says Mr. Dawes drives a Honda.
Okay.
And I feel like in general, kids books and stuff try to keep brands out of it.
Well, and also it's like, you can't tell me what fucking dog you have, but you can tell me what car Mr. Dawes drives.
Well, it's, the book wasn't paid for by the Terrier Council. It was paid for by Honda.
And that was the other thing. It did eventually tell us that it was a white terrier. So it's like, why didn't you tell us in the first place?
It's all about that reveal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Thanks a lot, O. Henry.
So the description of the dream, it's like she has a dream that they're
eating breakfast, like kids do,
and all of their like flesh falls off, and they're just skeletons, and then the food is all bones, and it's just the family like eating bones, but it
describes it like, I feel like it goes into like really crazy detail.
Yeah, like
the maggots are crawling through their eyeballs.
Yeah, and our skin was sliding off of our face. It was like
I was like, whoa. Goosebumps. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps. It reminded me of the music video for I forget what song it is, but there's a Daft Punk song where there are a lot of skeletons and it's very spooky, and that's what it reminded me of.
No,
I think it's the Primetime of Your Life.
Okay,
that's it. It's awesome.
All right, I'll find it.
I'll post a link.
Yeah, and then later on, she manages to find out that like the kids that are dead are weak to light or whatever, including this flashlight for whatever reason. And so when she shines the flashlight on the kid's face, the face like rots off, and it's just like, oh my god.
And then he turns into just like a sack of like parts with like his, and it said his clothes were like in a puddle on the thing. So it's like he just turns into like goop. Yeah.
Jeez, that's insane.
But I will say, there was one part when the kids all like circle around Amanda and Josh, I believe his name was, and Petey the dog. I have a document where I'm going to keep tabs on the names that are used.
That's smart. See how many repeat.
I want to see if there are any repeats and if there's any crossover.
Oh, I like that. Okay, cool. Smart.
So the kids like circle around, and it's like really menacing, and I was like for real nervous because I don't remember hardly any, because I feel like I had a lot of Goosebumps, but I didn't read that many of them.
I feel like I read fewer than I remember. Like I
Yeah.
thought I read a bunch, but I don't think I have actually.
But
I probably read half of them.
I feel like R.L. Stine is not afraid of having a bad ending. You know, like
No, for sure. I can think of one in particular where he did like, oh crap, oh boy, you're screwed, kid.
yeah. So I was like, maybe this whole family's gonna die.
Yeah, sure.
And in the end, they don't die, but they're certainly implicit in a murder.
Are they? I don't recall.
They're leaving the house.
Oh, that doesn't sit well with me. So the way that the book ends is, hey, we escaped, we killed all the bad people, and now we're gonna leave the house, and mom and dad believe me now. And then as they're pulling out of the driveway, yeah, the like girl like looks around and sees immediately a new family is pulling in. Like it's not even minutes after they leave.
And the dude that they killed, the realtor that they killed, is alive again somehow.
Right.
But
a lot of cliffhanger or like loose ends, I should say.
But yeah, and they were just like, better them than us.
Right. And then yeah, like kick rocks, kid.
Their dog did die though, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, your dog did die. That's right.
And the kid
into a vampire. Or
the
whatever.
kid Josh picks the dog up, and they're like, oh, this dog smells like shit. Like this dog smells like a dead rat, and it's like, because your dog's fucking dead.
Dog smells like a dead dog.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
and the parents go to like a party. That's how they.
Right.
It reminded me of like Hocus Pocus. All the parents are like,
oh yeah,
forced to like stay at that party all night.
Just sequestered all alone.
Yeah.
Overall, I was fine with it. Oh, the one thing I do want to touch on that is we're gonna be mentioning this maybe forever. Every chapter ends with like a really artificial cliffhanger.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading about Goosebumps, and he was basically like, I'm not really here to scare kids. I'm not really here to write good, amazing literature. I'm here to get kids to read.
Sure, which mission accomplished. I mean, I read the hell out of those things. Yeah,
for sure. I mean,
but it's just like the chapter will end like this, like, and all of a sudden, a hand grabbed me from behind.
And then the next chapter is like, it was just Josh.
Yeah, exactly, right. Like, you want to play ball?
every single chapter.
They're all pretty, like, ridiculous.
But it was a quick read, very quick, which was nice.
It was like maybe an hour to read or something.
if that, really. Yeah. Once you just sit down and plow through. And I'm excited to read the rest. I'm sure there are going to be some stinkers.
Yeah. I'm excited to revisit the ones I remember and see if they hold up or
Monster
not.
Blood was my favorite, and The Haunted Mass.
Beast from the East is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
The one that I never read, that the cover was always insane. I think it's called like The Shocker on Shock Street or something.
Yeah, with the giant praying mantis on it. That one's cool. It's about it's like a theme park basically, and like they get trapped in the theme park
hey.
Okay,
no spoilers.
I remember specifically reading that one in one sitting in like my 4th grade class, just like this is the best.
Well, and then so we're just gonna do the main series, but then there were like Give Yourself Goosebumps, which were Choose Your Own Adventures,
which I read for sure.
Then there are the Horrorland series.
I don't remember that.
So there were a few like Welcome to Horrorland or whatever about the theme park, and then he just made a whole series about those, which is pretty crazy.
And then of course there's
Goosebumps 2000, Cry the Cat.
Yeah.
That book came with an iron-on to put on T-shirts of the cat.
I think I remember that. Yeah. Good deal. So yeah, I mean. These are the kind of things that we're going to be talking about in season 4 of Dilettante Ball.
Yeah, so this was just a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
To get to, because, Halloween creep is in full effect right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 4 days until Halloween.
Something like that. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, sure.
I mean, it can't get any more Halloween creepy 2K15-y
yeah, I mean,
than it is right now.
In 5 days, we're going to be Halloween creeping 2K16.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
That's the thing. My favorite day of the year, Halloween. My second favorite day of the year, November 1st.
Because you get to start that clock right over.
Start that creep all over again,
I hear
baby.
that, son. Smell you later.
Yeah, so a lot of funny shit better happen to us in the next week.
It might. It feels like there's a lot of stuff going on.
I mean, Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll be fine, probably.
This has been a Peaches and Hot Sauce presentation.
Peaches. Hot sauce. 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 It's your peaches.